to Kakaku no Railgun T, or Certain Scientific Railgun T, is licensed and produced by Funimation. Studios JC Staff, Networks ATX, Tokyo Max, BS11 and MBS. Based on the works by Kazuma Kamachi. Please support the official release. Hello YouTube, Jack here with another reaction series. We're doing to Kakaku no Railgun T, a Certain Scientific Railgun T. And I have no idea what the T stands for, by the way. Like, I know it's the letter after S, and like that was the previous season, but at least the S kind of stood for sisters, maybe? Maybe that was the thought process here, but the T doesn't really stand for anything, because like this anime is gonna cover two arcs. The, what was it, Daihasei arc, something. I had it here for a second. Daihasei festival arc and the Dream Rank arc. And none of those start with T, so yeah. On that note, this reaction, as pretty much all of the Raildex thing that I'm ever gonna watch, is not blind, because it's way too late for that. Yeah, I've pretty much read all the Index Railgun thingies way too long ago, and as for any hopes of this ever being blind, is basically what I'm trying to say. On that note, since I was curious, I actually looked it up. The first chapter within this arc came out in 2011. And I'm still trying to recover from that knowledge that I read this thing 9 years ago. It's like, oh my god. Fun fact on that side, I think, unless I'm remembering horribly wrong here, that this was also the first time that Shoko Misaki actually got introduced into the show. Since, you know, the Railgun anime moved her introduction ahead before the Sisters arc. Sort of this one episode, which is directly taken from the manga, but again, it happened way later in the manga. Sort of like, it would happen now where we are at. And yeah, there's your fun bit of the day. In any case, yeah, I more or less know the story outline. It's been 9 years since I've read it, but at least the Daihasei arc is kind of a big thing, and there are big plot points that I remember fairly well. So, not really. The 9 years don't matter that much, is what I'm trying to say. As for the Dream Ranka arc thingy, though, don't remember much about that. Some smaller plot points that maybe I will remember more as the anime progresses, but for now, not that much. In any case, we're starting with episode 1, and I'm not sure what it's gonna be about, honestly, like where exactly we're gonna enter. So if I were to venture a guess, it's probably gonna at some point involve a group of, I don't know, bullies, terrorists, criminals, take your pick, doing something heinous and then being stopped in a cinematically pleasing way by Mikoto's railgun, because that's literally how the other two seasons started, just a show-off episode at first. So maybe that's what it's gonna be about? I don't know. Also, this arc doesn't have a filler for once, so there's that. Yeah, I've rambled long enough, let's get into the episode. In the 3, 2, 1. Side story. On that note, it's also been 7 years since Railgun S. So, process that, if you will. The quality assessment of a little kid. That's adorable. Well, that's a level 5 for you, I suppose. No, I mean, seriously, if she can hack into computers with her abilities, then debugging some basic electronics should be easy. That's a bipedal toy, by the way. And she ghosted. Short screen lady? Well, I suppose they're like at the proper angle to see. On vastly different scales, too. Oh, that's where we're at. Okay, I like it. Good luck with that. Morally bankrupt people. Yes, just a little bit. That's quite a Herculean task you've got there, honestly. That's, by the way, the thing that happened in Index Season 2, for any who don't remember, which is again fair. It's like back in 2010. How does she not yet realize that this is gonna happen? I know that, and I'm actually glad that they call it Miss Sutton, like as a translation for Sutton's son. But it's just kind of weird reading it like that. No, really, I prefer actual English translations as opposed to just keeping with the Japanese stuff like the honorifics or onesama and that sort of stuff. Yeah, sounds like a pain in the butt. Yes, poor you. Well, I suppose you have to build up resistance against electric shocks. So, yeah, training. Well, there you go, your plans of relaxation, I suppose. Sounds like something that people in this world would do. That sounds incredibly condescending, doesn't it? Yay for returning side characters! She is quite fabulous, though. That's surprising that Kuriko would choose her of all people. Well, then I suppose there aren't really that many options. Perfect reaction. Is that literally how she always addresses her, by the way? Just shut her up. Oh, I love this theme. I take it. Oh, that doesn't title cards now. Oh, just show her up. You know, you're literally sticking around someone with mental messing abilities, and you never question why you have gaps in your memory. Then I suppose that in itself could be manipulation. The superpowered ones, eh? I like the title cards, honestly. It's pointlessly fleshy, but I dig it. It's great not being split in half. Please show it. Nope, nope, nope. Yep, absolutely not. Uh, I'm genuinely surprised that like all these agents are straight up contacting the level 5s working on the dark side. Like, seriously, who pulled the short straw there? Yeah, babysitting, I suppose, that fits. And going into life. I'm more like curious. Yeah, like what's written on the back there? Yeah. Number 6 got kind of a lot of impersonators going. That No, it seemed pretty obvious that it's some cake, yeah. How do you play rock, paper, scissors with someone you share a mind with? I mean, honestly, most people would just assume that you're twins, so. Plus, you've got the whole big sister thing going, so it's kind of fine, isn't it? Well, isn't that nice? Well, I suppose styles are kind of part of the deal. Though, don't you have, like, crepe styles and whatnot anyway? Screw you, I love that. Really? Since when is that a role? You sure are causing a ruckus, though. Which is. Depending if Misaka is the one who gets to step in, my prediction might come true. Like, I straight up don't remember this scene. So it does make me wonder if this is an anime original or just plain forgot about it. Well, best boy is here. So there's that. Oh, this is just perfect for him. Indeed not. Oh, I love this guy so much. Oh, of course. He's quite a hero after all. Yep, 7th ranked. Well, you're the one who swung it around like that. Along with colorful explosions. I love him so much. Well, yeah, you quite demolished it. He really did. And off he goes. So, no railgun scene then? I think I jinxed it. Oh yeah, I definitely jinxed it. You know, you control electromagnetism, so you could literally have done this in a more convenient way. But yeah, not the way I expected it, but can't have an episode 1 without a classic railgun. We ever said anything. Well, too bad for you. Oh. Well, so long as it doesn't fall over. Clearly not a suspicious person whatsoever. Well, damn. I mean, there's like literally only 6 other people it could be, so. You know, she's the kind of person who is gonna take the entire hand if you offer her a finger. Or however that saying goes. I wonder why! You shouldn't be doing it in a hospital, though. Well, it's gotta be Fripside or Frapside or however you're actually supposed to pronounce their name. So much stuff to look forward to! And Best Boy. Don't need a preview, thank you. Oh, I'm so excited. It might not be blind, but I'm still so looking forward to a lot of things that's gonna happen here. I'm so giddy. Yeah, so I feel like the scene with the two groups and Sugita like jumping in was anime original. I don't at all remember it. And it's kind of like just there to show him off a little bit, I suppose. You know, I don't think he had a railgun appearance before that, but he had an index appearance. Like, if you compare when the individual chapters and novels came out, like, then Sugita appeared long before Misaki even did, so yeah, they might just put it in there to sort of introduce him a little bit. And I love him, he's so amazing. There's also, by the way, a little side chapter. It's like kind of a standalone thing, but it is, I suppose, canon. But, you know, it's not really part of Index or Railgun. It's more of a small, on its own thing. In any case, it kind of has a fight, under quotes, between Mikoto and Sugita, and it's just hilarious. I'm not gonna spoil anything if anybody wants to read it themselves. But yeah, it's great. So, with that said, we did a lot of setup work, and yeah, I suppose this is the point where I would usually speculate on what's going to happen, but I can't exactly do that given that I know what's going to happen. And at the same point, you know, I always have to be careful. I don't want to wind up accidentally spoiling anything for the people who watch these reactions and don't know. So, in general, I try in a way to pretend like my reactions are sort of blind, but at the same time, I'm pretty open about the fact that they are not blind. But that's kind of what I'm doing here. Is it weird? I think it's weird. I don't know. Like, as I said, even though it's not blind, I'm really enjoying this. And, I mean, I have the hopes that this is gonna be better than Index 3 turned out. Since, well, this time they don't have a filler arc in them. They are actually gonna do 2 canon arcs. But at the same time, it is still so much less than what Index tried to cover in one season. So it should be fine, I think. Like, for this first episode, they did everything pretty much at a natural pace. I don't think they skipped anything, they rather added new stuff. Like, as I said, the conflict between the two groups with Sugita jumping in, as well as the scene with the confrontation between Mikoto and Misaki at the beginning. I think that was also anime original. Like, again, the manga originally had the library scene, which was in the episode 1 of Railgun S, which was how Misaki originally got introduced to the show. By the way, she got introduced in the manga before she got introduced in the index novels, so there's that tidbit if you were curious. But anyway, like, perhaps you realize the similarities between those two scenes just now. And I'm pretty sure this one was anime original, and just sort of there to recap on the rivalry and what was going on there. Not a bad idea, honestly, if that was the thought process that went into this, but anyway, I'm kind of done. I'm sure as hell looking forward to this and to all the great stuff that we're about to see in this arc in particular. But as always, I can't exactly, not as always, but I can't exactly theorize on this one since not blind. Have I said enough yet that it's not blind? Because it's not blind. Got it? Okay? Great. In any case, until next time, see you then. Bye.